So you clicked on this video because you are a student who doom scrolls their weekends away and you want to become a productivity machine. I've been there before. In 8th grade, I would spend my entire days on my phone and would end up doing my homework at 10 p.m. on Sunday night. However, I've developed through 3 years of trial and error the greatest daily routine for all students on the weekends. If you would be interested in finding out how to manage your time on every other day of the week, make sure to check out my last video on this topic, and make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you would like to see more content like this. Let's start off by giving you a routine to apply on Friday night. This is the start of your weekend and is arguably the most important part of it. You just came home after a long week of school and activities, so your mind is probably begging for a dopamine hit. Giving in now guarantees a less productive weekend. Battle through just a few more hours and you will be able to get some much needed rest. As with weekdays, I would most recommend having a healthy snack upon coming home. Greek yogurt and a fruit is a great choice. But don't stuff yourself, as next up it's time to do some exercise. I know, the last thing you want to do on a Friday night is work even more. But trust me, you will feel so much better after this short workout, your mood will be lifted and your energy will spike more than if you sat down with a cup of coffee. It can be anything. Play a sport, do some push-ups in your bedroom, it truly doesn't matter just as long as you are active. Be sure to drink large amounts of water, it truly is your superpower. Now, it's time to get some work done. You may think I'm crazy, but even getting 1 or 2 assignments done can make you feel much less stressed out and will lead to higher quality sleep. If you can finish most or even all of your homework, you will be able to truly rest on the weekend. Sleep is the most important part of this evening. You should prioritize getting up to 10 hours of sleep this night over everything else, as you're a teenager who needs extra time to recover and grow. On Saturday morning, try to get up at around the same time as you usually do on weekdays. This might sound cruel, but getting up within a 30-minute range to when you get up normally will make work feel easier and will fix your sleep schedule. Getting up at times that are too different will not only wreck your focus, but will also destroy your sleep schedule and make getting up on Monday morning feel like hell. Once you're up, I want you to ignore your phone entirely. Leaving the notifications and the distractions aside is the greatest way to be productive throughout the entire day. Most people don't realize it, but even looking at Instagram first thing in the morning essentially ruins your day. Get up and take the time to have a healthy breakfast and read a book. For the first hour, since you aren't rushing to get to school, I won't ask you to work yet. Enjoy a whole hour of pure relaxation. Go for a 15-minute walk, read, watch the cars go by from your balcony, it doesn't matter, but I don't want you to touch a screen. After this hour, it's time to get some work done. Try to finish all of your homework for the entire week today, so you can be freed up on Sunday and not have to stay up late cramming on school nights. This might be difficult, but if you can manage to have a morning of true, unfiltered work, you can make it happen. By lunchtime, your brain will probably be craving dopamine like it was on Friday night. However, do not give in. Take the time to reset your mind by doing some light exercise. Again, doesn't matter what type of exercise, just as long as you are moving. Now it's time for lunch, and you know the deal by now. Eat clean, drink water and sit in peace. After lunch, take half an hour to sit and decompress by reading a book and sitting with a hot chocolate if you need to. Breaks aren't a sign of weakness. They're the foundation of strength. Trust me, going on long study sessions and sitting still in front of your computer is never the answer. Back in 10th grade, as I was working on my first business, my weekends would look like a blur of 10-hour work sessions. I barely even took time to eat. I would just make myself a sandwich and eat it in front of my computer as I kept working. I ended up feeling burnt out by mid-afternoon, which wasn't ideal compared to the amount of work I actually wanted to get done on the weekends. However, once I started incorporating smart breaks to breathe and release stress, I was seeing results I couldn't have imagined. Who knew taking a 15-minute break every hour was the secret formula to success I needed to finally see my first ever business actually come together? Breaks will make or break your sessions. Sure, you're technically putting in effort for less time, but you're also optimizing your work in a way that grinding for 12 hours straight will never be able to do. Even if you're obsessed and want to see results, believe me, you will see more if you take the time to chill. After this quick break, you can get back to some form of work. Whether that's finishing the homework you couldn't quite finish in the morning, working on a side hustle, or taking the time to develop a new skill, do it for an hour. At around 2 or 3 p.m., you will probably be mentally exhausted. It's now time to exhaust yourself physically to bring back the life into your brain. You guessed it, it's workout time. Compared to our two previous small workouts, this one is actually meant to be intense and tire you out. Spend around 2 hours taking care of your body, and it will take care of you when it's the mind's turn to take over. This workout can be your gym session, your practice, or your run to get your heart rate up. Fitness goes hand in hand with success and mental perfection. If you have a good body, you will feel more confident, more driven, and have the energy and mentality to get that business up off the ground. Once you come back home, treat yourself to a post-workout snack. This should include a good source of protein so your body can actually grow the aesthetic muscles you've been wanting so desperately. I would recommend a 2-hour work session, but this time on something a little more creative. Whether you have a dream to play in a band one day as a lead guitarist, or you want to learn how to paint like Picasso, take the time to hone these skills and passions. Believe me, passions are what give us the motivation, the drive, and make us feel alive. They define us as humans, and if we don't work on them, our identity will be compromised and will be given up to the world so the world can decide it for us. Take control of your life in these next 2 hours, as they will make you feel rejuvenated like nothing else today ever will. Next, it's time for dinner. During this dinner, you can finally treat yourself to a dopamine rush. Watch an episode of that Netflix series, play a video game, or you could even watch one of my other videos. All jokes aside, this is the moment you're going to have to reward your efforts, and you won't feel guilty about it because you know you worked hard to deserve it. Next, put away all of the stimulants for an hour and do something to relax without using a screen. This can be drawing, writing, journaling, whatever. Just ease your mind into a sense of calm because next up, it's time for bed. Again, you want to aim to get in between 8 and 10 hours of that wonderful sleep. Before you go to bed, however, take the time to do a brain dump. Write down in a notebook what you need to do the next day, what's stressing you out, and what you need to improve on tomorrow. This should take about 15 minutes. So it is now Sunday morning, and you got up at about the same time you did yesterday to avoid ruining your sleep schedule for the next day. Today, you can take things a bit easier since you should have finished your schoolwork since yesterday. Your morning can be a bit calmer by taking more time to yourself. When you do start to work in the morning, work on a side hustle or actual skills that will be useful to you and that skills cannot develop. If you would like me to make a video on easy side hustles for students in 2026, let me know in the comments down below and I will show you how I made my first income source as a teen. After lunch, take the time to look over your classes for eventual tests or just to prepare for the classes tomorrow. You can take the luxury of watching another episode of Netflix with your lunch, you've earned it. Next, it's workout time. Even though the morning has been a little calmer and slower paced than the other days of the week, your body still isn't ready to rest. Take another 2-hour workout session to yourself. Stay with your thoughts and track all of your progress, as it is key to progress. After the workout, take time to work on some skill you've been avoiding. Whether that's making an Instagram post for your business or contacting potential clients, please do this or it will come back to bite you later down the line. Dinner is the same as Saturday. Take the time to please yourself after a hard week of work. Get to bed early and journal the wins of the week, things you need to get better on, and update all of your progress. Data collection is the true way to advance in this world. Again, get a good amount of sleep as it is necessary to succeed during this next week. To conclude, you want to try to get ahead of your work on Friday evening and finish your schoolwork on Saturday so you have time to work on your personal projects on Sunday. If you want to add something into your weekend like seeing a friend, take the time to do so on Sunday afternoon once you've gotten everything done so you can fully enjoy the moment without having a lingering pile of work in the back of your head. You can do your workout in the morning so you can go out in the early afternoon. As I mentioned in the last video, this is only a blueprint that works for me. You will definitely need to make some changes to this routine so it can work well for you. I am simply here to give you some basic guidelines so you can achieve your goals in and outside of school. Since you made it to the end, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. It truly does mean a lot to me as these videos really do take much longer than you may imagine to make. The first comment on this video from a subscriber who has liked the video decides the topic of a future video. Much love, Slipstream out.